Welcome back to another episode of the Enchanted Numerology Podcast. I'm your host, Erica Rose, a Life Path 7, here to teach you all about the magic of numerology. So first, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the love I received from the first episode. It was so incredible just to see all the messages and comments, and I checked the analytics, and within the first 24 hours, I had over 50 streams of my podcast, which I think is pretty incredible for a brand new podcast within one day to have 50 streams. So thank you so much. That means a lot. And I'm excited that you guys want to hear from me and that you want to learn more about numerology. And so today, for our second episode, I am going to combine two of my favorite things in the world, numerology and manifesting. Yes, this episode is going to be all about how you can utilize numerology to help you manifest. And for those of you that are brand new to spirituality in every single way, and if you don't know exactly what manifestation is just the idea that through your thoughts and your feelings, you can create your reality. I have been actively manifesting since 2010. I say actively because each of us has been unintentionally manifesting probably our whole lives. And once I learned about manifesting and what it was and realized that our thoughts and feelings are always creating our reality, when I was able to reflect back, I looked at my childhood and I remembered how I would always think about a certain episode of a cartoon, usually like Rugrats or Hey Arnold or my fave SpongeBob. And then that episode would happen to be on TV. And it might be an episode that I hadn't seen in like months, even years, and it would just happen to be on. And I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. But I didn't think much about it. Or I'd think about a certain song, and then I'd go out to the mall and I'd hear that song playing at Claire's. Just even so many little things. I'd be at school and I'd be like, I really want mac and cheese for dinner. And then I'd go home and I'd find that my mom made mac and cheese for dinner. I think the biggest thing is when I was in high school, I was on the swim team. And our swim practice was hard. Our coach really pushed us. It was 2 hours long and we had to go to a local college because our high school didn't have a pool. And sometimes after a long day of school, we just weren't in the mood. So sometimes as we were at our high school waiting for the bus to come and take us to the local college, we would all like collectively set the intention. The bus isn't going to come today. Thank you. And we would say, thank you, universe, which is crazy. I don't know where that came from. I didn't know about manifesting. None of my friends really knew about manifesting specifically, but we would say, thank you, universe. The bus isn't coming today. And then the bus would forget about us. The bus would not show up. So we'd have to call our coach and be like, we have no way to get there. You know, we're kids, we can't drive. If that happens, the coach would just cancel practice. So we unintentionally manifested our swim practice getting canceled. And then flash forward to 2010, one of my friends from the swim team, she was visiting me at college and she told me all about the book, The Secret, that her cousin was reading in college. And she was like, Erica, it mentions the universe. It's literally exactly what we did to the swim team bus. And I was like, no way. So we went to Borders next to Penn Station when that used to be open and we found it in there and I got it and I started reading it and I was like, this is so cool. And I also thought about how it was something I had unintentionally been doing my whole life. So then, because I was in New York City, I was in college, I used it just to manifest really fun things as a 19-year-old girl would do. I remember always with my friends being like, we're going to run into a celebrity today. And then we'd be walking on the street and we'd pass Bradley Cooper or something like that. And it was awesome. I also remember I really wanted to see Daniel Radcliffe when he was in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, the Broadway play. But tickets were so expensive and his run was coming to an end. I think it was around December. So we only had like 2 weeks left. And I remember just sitting down being like, no, I'm going. I would visualize myself there. I was like, there's a way. I don't need to know how. There's a way. And like a couple hours later, I got an email from my college that said they had $20 tickets available for How to Succeed in Business starring Daniel Radcliffe. I replied back to that email instantly. And me and one of my best friends got to go. And then we saw Daniel Radcliffe. He signed our playbill after. It was awesome. I also manifested one of my favorite hockey players on the Rangers throwing a puck at me during practice. I was visualizing it and he skated over and he threw it to me and it was exactly as I had seen in my head. And I was really like, there's something to this. It was so cool. But one thing I think that a lot of people don't talk about is the difference between short-term manifesting, kind of like I was doing with plays and hockey players throwing pucks at me, which sounds more violent than it is. It was a nice thing. Or long-term manifesting, which is for the bigger things, like manifesting your true love, manifesting a job, because those are actually very different processes. And numerology can actually help you with those different processes. The key for long-term manifesting is embodiment. Because when I was doing the short-term manifesting for play tickets, concert tickets, even for things like an easy parking spot or somebody getting you a free slice of pizza, things like that, the short-term manifesting for me is all about just being so clear about what it is I want and then just going inwards, visualizing it, seeing myself living it, seeing it happen, and just shutting out any doubts, just pushing any doubts away and just repeating in my head, thank you, thank you, thank you. And one thing I actually really liked from The Secret is one of the authors in there just kept saying, I know, like I know, like I know. I just do that. And then I wait. As I'm going about my day, if it still hasn't popped up when I think about it, if it, instead of being like, oh, it didn't happen yet, it didn't work. Instead, I just go inwards and I go, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know, like I know, like I know. And sure enough, that thing always shows up within a day or a couple days, depending on, the universe has to work its magic in there. We have to leave ourselves open for the universe to deliver it in the best way, in the best timing possible. So that's good for short-term manifesting. And then we have our long-term manifesting. The difference there with long-term manifesting is you need to embody it. You need to commit. This I'm talking about like true love, your career, manifesting a book deal, a home, things like that. And that for me is about getting really clear on who is the version of you that already has that thing and analyzing any doubts, any contradicting thoughts and going inwards, journaling on it. It's really helpful to just journal out your thoughts, just have a brain dump. Say you're trying to manifest true love. Be like, okay, what are all my current beliefs about how love goes for me? And then through that, you can see if you start to write like, oh, you know what? I believe it's so easy for everyone else, but it's hard for me. Or I believe there's no one good out there. Or I believe dating is hard. When you pinpoint that and you can see it, you realize that these are the stories, these are the energy that you've been projecting. And that is absolutely going to come back to you and manifest. So then when you have your beliefs, it's great to go inwards and to heal that, recount the memories and the experiences of why you believe that, or even asking yourself, who taught me this? Did I learn this from my parents, from friends, from society? How did this belief become my truth? And then really acknowledging that it doesn't have to be true for you anymore. And then rewriting your beliefs to support what you do want. For example, love. Like, it is so easy for me to meet someone amazing. Love is easy for me. I am so very loved. I already have so much love in my life, things like that, and start showing up as that version of you and realizing the version of you who already has love would not be worried about when or how it's going to happen. They would just be excited because they already have it, just acting like the version of you who already has it. So I did that with love, and that changed my life. And I was able to welcome in the most amazing, incredible, best friends to true love relationship. But another way I did that with long-term manifesting was with my job. When I really wanted to leave a certain corporate job I was in, I had been applying for months to other places, but no place would hire me. I'd get occasional interviews, but still no hire, or I'd just never hear back. And so what I did was I got stern with it. I picked a date 3 months in advance, and I put it in my calendar and I wrote last day of work. And every single day as I showed up to work for those 3 months, I pretended it was my last day. When I was saying bye, I was like, I'm never going to see these people again. When I would get off the train, I would celebrate. That was my last time commuting on the train. And just every day consistently, I would embody the version of me who had a new job. And I would pour so much gratitude into the job that I already had. Even though I wanted to leave it, I was just like, Thank you for my salary, even though it was low. Thank you for the experiences I had here. Thank you for the things I learned. This was once a dream job. So thank you for fulfilling that. I just filled myself with gratitude. And I did this every single day while also simultaneously putting in the effort. And I mean, applying to jobs still, going on interviews. And throughout all of that, that last day in my calendar wound up being my actual last day. So that's really the main difference between short term manifesting and long term manifesting. Short term manifesting is just putting all your energy into believing, into feeling so much gratitude and knowing it is yours. And long term manifesting is about going inwards, healing the story you've been telling yourself, rewriting it, and telling yourself a new story, and consistently embodying the version of you who knows they already have it. Numerology can really help you tap into what the best ways for you possible. We have one calculation that can really help you figure out how you can best manifest. The first is our expression number. And our expression number, if you remember from last week's episode, is derived from our name. Our name at birth, our first, middle, and last name at birth. And it's about converting the letters of your name to numbers through the alphanumeric system, which I'll go over in a bit, and then calculating your first name and reducing it to a single digit, calculating your middle name and reducing to a single digit, calculating your last name and reducing to a single digit, then adding those 3 single digits together and then reduce it to a single digit unless it's a master number, 11, 22, or 33, and that is your expression number. And that's our how. It's how we enact our purpose. It's also our destiny, what we're meant to grow into. So I think expression has such a good key onto how we would best manifest. For an example, my expression number is a 5, and 5 is the energy of celebration. And one of the ways that I have always loved manifesting and have received the most success manifesting has been through literally celebrating. Like when I was trying to get my book deal to be a published author, I would close my eyes and I would visualize seeing that email of being like, congrats, Erica, we want to publish your book. And me just getting so excited, jumping up and down, me telling my family, my friends, just be like, I'm going to be a published author. And getting so excited. And that has always worked really well for me. So now let's get into calculating your expression number and how you can best manifest that way. Like I was saying before, your expression number is from your name, and you are going to need to convert your first, middle, and last name. If you don't have a middle name, just do your first and last name from birth, the name that is on your birth certificate, the name you came into this world with, whether you go by that name or not. So right now, helpful if you have a pen and paper, I'm going to tell you which letters convert to which numbers. It really goes through an exact formula of 1 through 9, where A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and then it stops at the 9th letter I, and then where you have J is the 10th letter, 1 plus 0, always reducing to that single digit, it's 1 again. So it restarts the process. So for 1, you have A, J, and S. Any letters that are A, J, or S, those will be converted to 1. If you have any B's, K's, or T's, BKT, that will be converted to 2. If you have a C, L, or U, CLU, clue, those will be converted to 3. If you are driving to the DMV, if you have D, M, or V in your name, all of those will be converted to 4. If you have an E, an N, or a W, that will be converted to 5. If you have a Fox, F, O, or X, that will be converted to 6. If you have a G, a P, a Y, that will be converted to 7. Or if you have an H, a Q, or a Z, that will be converted to 8. And finally, if you have an I or an R, that will be converted to 9. So right now, convert your first name, add it all together, continually reduce down to a single digit, convert your middle name, continually reduce down to a single digit, and then finally convert your last name, reduce down to a single digit, and then add those 3 digits together. And you got your expression number, which again is your how. And this number will be 1 through 9, or in this case, it might be 11, 22, or 33. So if you arrived at 11, 22, or 33, do not reduce those down. That is the only exception. Those are master numbers. Keep them as is. All right. So your how for manifesting, if you are an expression 1, is to be the main character. A fun ritual that you can do would be to just visualize you as the ruler of your life, see yourself as the main character in a novel, and ask yourself, if I was a writer of the story, how would I want that to go? And then write your story, put it out there. But above all, always go inwards and listen to your heart. Champion your own ideas. Your how to manifest is to be a leader and just know that everything is going your way. Just be so strong and stern about it. Be unrelenting. Know that it's your way or the highway. And then really tune out other people's opinions and ask yourself, if no one else's opinions mattered, what do I want? What do I want to create? And create from your most genuine self. Create from your heart. You best express yourself when you are able to be the leader of your life. So step into that role, and that will help things manifest for you. If you are an expression 2, your how to manifest is actually to get into alignment, get into balance. And you could do that by meditating, by calming your mind. Reiki would be really good for an expression 2 because it really clears out your different chakra points. When it comes to manifesting, finding that balance between you putting in the belief and you putting in the work. Match your energy with the universe's energy. Become an exact vibrational match. Ask yourself, the version of me who receives this, who do I have to be in order to call that in? Or what can I do on my part? And then how can I let it go to let the universe do their part? 2 is sensitive. So let your sensitivity be your strength and really tune into your emotions and ask your emotions about, what are my feelings trying to tell me about what is in alignment and what isn't in alignment? And use your feelings to manifest. Make it feel so real that it has no choice but to manifest. Make it feel so real that that energy just becomes so strong and gets projected into the universe, and then it comes back to you fully manifested. If you are an expression 3, the best way you can manifest is speak it into existence. Talk it out. Your voice is your superpower. It's your strength. Be mindful of what you're speaking. If you're trying to manifest love, but you're talking to your friends about how dating's the worst, there's no one good to meet. If you're trying to manifest a house, but you're constantly complaining to your family and your partner about how expensive houses are, those are going to manifest. I know this is super obnoxious advice, but our words are always forming our reality. So whatever you are speaking, the universe is like, yes, they want that. Think of the universe as like an apt assistant that's like, okay, I'm taking down everything you say and I am going to make this. I'm on it. I'm on it, boss. Speak into existence what you want, what you desire. It will change your life. You express yourself through your voice, through your words, and the universe is going to listen to you a little more. Also, as an expression 3, joy is your superpower. So the more you can feel happy for where you are in the now, that's really going to skyrocket and help your manifestations actually manifest for you. If you are an expression 4, you are meant to build this foundation. You are going to best manifest by making structured, detailed plans. The more specific you get, the more likely it is going to manifest for you. So write it down. Create a whole list of what it is you want. Be as specific as possible. Be the salary you want, the neighborhood you want to live in, the qualities your partner has. Write it all down and tell the universe, thank you. This or something better, because we always want to leave room for magic, but just be so strong and organized. And then 4 is about putting in the work. So really analyzing, what can I do? What action can I take to bring this about? For example, if you're trying to manifest love, write down your dream partner list, but then ask yourself, where would that kind of person hang out? Where could I meet that person? Maybe your dream person would love music as much as you do. Go to your local restaurant that has an acoustic night. Go to the beach when bands are playing there and connect to other people. Actually put in the effort and actually talk to people. Be really specific about what you want, but then make a detailed plan about, okay, realistically, how can I do this? Even if you want to call in more clients, tell the universe, I want 5 more clients in my tarot card reading business. Then ask yourself, okay, I'm believing, I'm putting out the energy, but how else can I actually try to get more clients? Can I post online more? Can I hang up flyers in my local town? Can I reach out to any local businesses and see if they want a tarot reader? Put in the effort, fours. It will pay off. If you are an expression 5, like myself, like I mentioned earlier, the best way for you to manifest is to celebrate. Get excited. Pretend it is already yours. Jump up and down. I used to be like, I'm a published author. I did it. Yay. And that will make it happen. The more it feels real for you, the more you celebrate, the more it's going to manifest, whether long term or short term. And you can also, for long term, buy yourself a celebration gift. Like, oh, here's a dress that I'll wear when I get the promotion. Or here's a necklace that I bought myself in honor of signing more clients. Or here is the pots and pans set that I bought as a celebratory gift for manifesting our home. Whatever it is, just celebrate, get gifts, get excited. It's also great as an expression 5 to get out in the world, adventure, explore, because your energy, the more that you are flowing, having a good time, just vibing, that's going to lessen the rigidity, any worries, any doubts, and it's really going to help open you up. As a 5, just surrender. You put in the celebratory energy and let the universe do the work. Trust it's all going to come together for you. If you are an expression 6, your energy is big on love, filling yourself up with so much self-love, pouring love into everything you are and everything you desire, everything you already have. That is going to be the key. Seeing the beauty in yourself, in your life, and seeing the beauty in the universe. The more you can look at the sky and be like, wow, the sunset's gorgeous, or how cute are baby ducks, or this is the best penne alla vodka I've ever had in my life. Really romanticizing the everyday, that's really going to help you get into energetic harmony and call more love and more things for you to love and whatever else it is you want that's going to bring you love into your life. If you are an expression 7, your how is to lean into your intuition. Trust what's coming to you. Trust your inner guidance. Trust the messages that are coming your way. Trust your guides. If you have any questions, do an oracle card spread. Do a meditation. Your inner knowing is going to be so helpful. And also for manifesting too, I would say this is really good energy to visualize, to just sit, calm your mind, and just project, visualize all the things that you want. See yourself living it. Maybe even going into a future meditation, like ask to connect to your future self, seeing the life they're living, and then asking your future self, how did you do it? When did these things come in for you? What do I need to do now? Consulting your intuition is going to be the best way for you to manifest expression 7. If you are an expression 8, you already are just vibrating at the magic of magnetism and manifesting. So your how to manifest is to manifest. Let me explain. Sometimes we say like, oh yeah, I want that. But are we actually putting in the effort to manifest? Are we actually writing things down, visualizing, putting out the energy, speaking into existence, doing all the things? Are we actually doing it? As an expression 8, you want to have a manifestation practice that is solid and lean into it every single day. And you could do whatever it is you want, whatever feels good to you, even mixing it up. But I really recommend doing it every day and visualize turning on your magnet. Visualize yourself as a magnet and really pulling in everything you desire. Feel it coming to you. And as an 8 is all about success. So really looking back and seeing all the ways that you've already been successful, being proud of your past self, and even reminding yourself of all the things you've been able to manifest in the past, and hype yourself up on that and be like, wow, if I was able to manifest that, I can manifest this. Like I do that with my love life. I'm like, my love life was a disaster and now it's the strongest part of my life. If I was able to manifest love, I can manifest anything. Lean into that energy, and that is going to help you manifest. And if you are an expression 9, you are best going to manifest by doing shadow work, going inwards, and really understanding what it is you need to heal, analyzing the beliefs you hold, analyzing anything that's in your way, and really clearing space. Clearing space in your life, like letting go of old beliefs, old thought systems, letting go of friendships that no longer serve you. stepping away from jobs or situations, anything that no longer serves you, or even like literally clearing spaces, like clear out your room, donate actual objects that no longer serve you, throw out any lingering trash or old receipts just hanging around. Clear space in all its forms. The more you can clear space, the more you are open for the universe to deliver. You want to always be open to receive and really analyze, like, how else are you receiving in your life? Are you receiving compliments? Are you receiving help, or are you just pushing them away? Show the universe you are open to receive, and that will help you a lot. As an expression 9, charity work is really within you. So the more you can help others, whether that's through literal charity work or for actually just listening to your friend, that will also help you find your purpose and manifest. By the more good you put out, good's going to come back to you. So that's a great way for you to manifest too. So clear it out, shadow work, and put good out there. If you are an expression 11, we're getting into the master numbers now. If you are an expression 11, your best way to manifest is to truly get into alignment with who you are at the core of your being. And a great way to look at that is to go back to childhood and ask yourself, who was I before the world told me who I had to be? You can even do some past life regression work, I think would be really great to help you understand your soul on a deeper level. I love taking people into the Akashic records, and I think that's a really excellent way to understand who your soul is at the core of your being, but also just live life as authentically you. Be your biggest, boldest self and manifest. I know, again, you manifest by manifesting, but just every little day, make a wish. See the magic in the mundane. See the magic all around you. Live a magical life. See the alignment. Ooh, as I'm looking at this, it's 444. I love it. See the alignment. And the more that you are in alignment, the more you are going to radiate and just naturally attract so much and attract whatever you want to manifest your way. Visualization, I feel like, is also really good for expression 11. If you are an expression 22, you are meant to expand, much like the energy of 4, because you are a higher vibration of 4. You are meant to make a plan, but like the 2, you need to call in other people to help. Write down your vision, tell the universe exactly what it is you want to build, what you want to create, and then meditate and ask for the right people to come and visualize the right people coming into you. And then make contacts, go out in the world. Don't force these contacts to come to you. Just go places, talk to people, network, and you will find your people that will really support you in manifesting your big vision. But above all, get clear and concise about what it is you want and don't waver on it. And if you are an expression 33, your how to manifest is to heal. This is another one where it'd be really great to go back and do some shadow work. I really recommend Reiki for this one. 33 is big Reiki energy. It'd be great to really just heal your heart and understand your path and purpose, understand the wisdom from your struggles, and really nurture yourself, nurture your inner child. Inner child healing is big with this 33 expression. And the more you can heal yourself, nurture yourself, love yourself, the more you can create that radiant heart within you, the more you can call in what you want. So kind of similar with the 11, 9, going back and doing that shadow work energy, especially around inner child healing. Like, I want love, but what did I learn about how to receive love as a child? How were my parents or guardians? How did they display love to me? Or did I have any instances of unrequited love from a crush in elementary school? Did I not love myself enough as a child? Was I always picked on by somebody? Things like that. Going back and healing the inner child and sending Reiki healing energy to that will really heal the adult heart, and that will help you manifest so much. And so that is it. Those are all the expression numbers. It's a really helpful tool to just, again, explain your how and how you best express yourself and what kind of tips and tools, whether it's going inwards, celebrating, loving yourself, asking for others to come your way, how you can best manifest and create your dreams, because we are all different and we're all beautifully different and we all manifest in a different way. Above all, I just encourage you to find a way that feels right for you. Use your expression as a launching pad to try, but then really find a ritual that feels right for you. But remember, you're always manifesting and you always have the beautiful ability within you to create your reality. You are pure magic. Start seeing it. Well, that's all for today on the Enchanted Numerology Podcast. If you love this, my book, Enchanted Numerology, A Magical Numerology Guide to Manifesting Your Dreams, is coming out December 2026, but you can pre-order it now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold. It's from my publisher, Muse Oracle Press, and I'm so excited about it. And in the meantime, you can always book numerology readings with me. I'm available for Akashic Records readings, which are so great at helping you understand your soul on a deeper layer, doing that shadow work, doing that healing, even projecting into the future to really solidify your manifestations. You can find out more on how to work with me through my website, ericaroseauthor.com, or through Instagram at ericaroseenchanted. And thank you for joining me today. Hope you have the most magical week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.